And yes, Mr. Wonderful has made his valiant return to the FC Sneaker Factory to bring you a brand new segment. And as you can see, yes, we are talking about some Jordans in the FC Sneaker Factory, but specifically the Jordans I feel that do not get enough love when it comes to the sneaker community. A lot of people overlook these ones, but you know what? I grew up with these shoes. So therefore, I'm going to raise them and put them on that pedestal and let that light shine bright on them. Speaking of light, as you can see, that light is shining bright on Mr. Wonderful as it normally does. I got you beautiful people out there, the fellas, and those beautiful ladies, that I call my cheerleaders, are out there viewing this amazing content. The only content that Mr. Wonderful can only bring you. Amazingness in that 4K fashion. But yes, those doors are open for you beautiful people to go ahead and come on in. The fellas and those beautiful ladies, that I call my cheerleaders. But you know what? Since I'm already standing up, let's go ahead and knock this fucking fit check out of the fucking park. As you can see, I am rocking the old school vintage Chicago Bulls shirt. As you can see, Jordan right there, Pippen right there. I do not know who the hell that is, but this is an old school Salem tee. I am rocking the Nike woven shorts. I'm keeping it casual because, like I mentioned, I'm just relaxing at home. I'm relaxing at home in front of you beautiful people out there, and I hope you're doing the same. I hope you're watching this content just chilling and watching Mr. Wonderful always deliver you the fucking best and giving you those fucking great promos from the FC Sneaker Factory. 20 plus fucking years is what you see behind me in this fucking sneaker game. And of course, when it comes to this sneaker game, I am the fucking lion. This is my jungle, and the sneakers are my prey. So those doors are open for you beautiful people out there. Those doors are open, wide open for you. Now let's go ahead and open up the book, because you know what? We are on Sneaker Profiles 231, and we are talking about some amazing Jordans. So let's take a look at that. The book is open. Now let's go ahead and go on to this beautiful shoe. So like I mentioned previously, all right, I feel like these shoes do not get enough love. Maybe it's because I grew up with them, so therefore I hold them in such a high regard. But I feel like these shoes are just these shoes are just great in their own way, right? There's a lot of great colorways when it comes to this specific shoe, and you know what? They are different. Some of them have certain a different design behind them, which is what I really like. So they're not all the same in that same, in different colorways. There is a little bit of differency when it comes to certain ones. But we are talking about the Air Jordan 14. But I'm going to be upfront with you. I only have 4 in the collection. So you're going to see the 4 that are in my collection, and then I'm going to cap the 5th one off on on another Jordan that I feel that doesn't get enough love, but I only have 1 in the collection when it comes to that specific model. But we'll go ahead and proceed to that one once it comes. So let's just hold tight before we even start guessing to see what that is. But here we go. Sneaker Profiles 231. Now let's go ahead and let's take a look at the box. So when it comes to this one, the Air Jordan 14, you're only going to get a look at this box. Actually, this particular box only once. All the other boxes are different when it comes to the 14. So, might as well get your money's worth and take a look at this box, because basically what we're seeing is just that vintage box, right? The old school from, when these first started coming out back in 1998. But I don't really want you to pay attention to the box. I don't even want you to pay attention to the tissue paper, because it's just your standard tissue paper. There's nothing crazy going on. But this is what I want you to focus on right there. The Air Jordan 14, you see that? The white, black, Hyper Royal, size 10.5 right there. Because you know what? For the most part, when it comes to Mr. Wonderful and his FC Sneaker Factory, I am always delivering you a 10.5. But there are those little bit of sprinkling in of the size 11. But right here, as I just read, we are talking about Sneaker Profiles 231, the Air Jordan 14 Hyper Royal. Gorgeous colorway right here. Simple shoe, right? This shoe I actually got when I actually got this on eBay, and I can't even tell you when, but it probably was around when this shoe first dropped. So I know I didn't pick it up too far. But in case you're wondering, Floyd, Mr. Wonderful, give us a little bit of history when it comes to the 14. Well, the 14 actually dropped on October of 1998. Okay, so that's when the 14 first dropped. So the 14 is designed by, of course, Tinker Hatfield, right? One of the famous Air Jordan designer, the famous Nike designer. I mean, so many accolades when it comes to that guy and his name. But specifically, the 14 was designed after the Ferrari 550M, which is Michael Jordan's favorite car, or one of his favorite cars. I mean, the man probably has tons of cars, but this is one of his favorite cars, and this was specifically designed under that car, or designed after that car, I should say. This shoe, though, this specific shoe that I'm holding in my hand, this is a September 19th, 2019 drop. So, guessing, I probably picked this up in 2020 was probably when I picked this up. Now let's take a look at this gorgeous shoe, because you know I'm a big fan of that Hyper Royal, because obviously to me it screams Duke Blue Devils to me. But let's go ahead and take a look at this gorgeous shoe, okay? So here we go. We do got that beautiful white leather toe box that goes through this side of the shoe. Oh, I love that Hyper Royal hitch right there. This beautiful white outsole, and you know Mr. Wonderful is going to have a hard time wearing that. But it is a white outsole. A little bit of pieces of, you see that white midsole right there. But going into the leather, this is that beautiful Hyper Royal. And then if you look at it, it does have that glitter tint to it, so that is gorgeous. The Hyper Royal that runs through the midsole. You do got this nice carbon fiber shank plate right there. The white midsole, or white outsole, midsole, outsole to go right there. A nice hit right there. Now let's bring it up to the top. So you do have this beautiful white leather right here on this side panel. You do got those nice holes for those perforations going on right here. This beautiful white leather that goes into this single lace loop right there. More of that white leather going towards the rear of the shoe. More of these nice hits when it comes to this portion of this side panel, but it is all in white. So this is more of a smooth white leather. This is a more textured white leather right here. Same thing right here. I love this emblem, that Ferrari sign emblem though, but you do have, instead of, it is in black and white, you do have that Hyper Royal hit just on the very top of it. Now let's go ahead and move on to the rear. So the rear right here, it is have that big old 2-3 with the Jordan Jumpman, all in black, but this is that nice white rubber right here. I love that nice tread for the tire right here when it comes to the midsole, outsole. Now let's go ahead into the medial part of the shoe. So obviously the medial part looks a lot different from the lateral part, right? You are missing the Jumpman emblem. You are missing this nice smooth white leather when it comes to the medial side. But here we go. The medial side, you do have this nice smooth leather on the very top where the single hole for the lace loop is, or for the lace to go through. And it goes through right here. I love that though. I forgot to mention that. This is a nice Hyper Royal fabric right here. This is not leather. But you do have all these perforations going on when it comes to the medial side. I love that. All white does definitely have that kind of that tumbled leather material going on. More of that beautiful Hyper Royal and that beautiful glitter tint to it. Right here though, this is actually in black right here. So you do have this nice black kit, and you have a black kit right here. It looks gray because of the lighting, but it is in black. So I love that. Nice carbon fiber shank plate right there. You got a little bit of a little vent right there for the insole. Nice white outsole going on right here, and then just slightly goes into the leather right there. And then you got more of that nice white rubber outsole, that beautiful Hyper Royal glitter tint right there. Gorgeous shoe. Let's take a look at the front of the shoe. Love that. Nice front look. Look at that. Beautiful outsole. Like I mentioned, all white right here when it comes to the majority of the outsole. You got that 14 hit right there, but it's all in white. Nice carbon fiber shank plate right there. And then you see that Hyper Royal Jumpman. I love that hit. Now let's take a look at my favorite part of the shoe, the aerial view. So here's the aerial view. You can see that you do have that black Jumpman, that beautiful smooth leather, and then that tongue that the 14 is known for. Just a gorgeous tongue. White laces, white right here, but then it breaks into this nice fabric material, kind of like a hard material right here, but it is all in black, the all black right here, but you do have that Jordan and that Hyper Royal, and then you do have these little side hits of that Hyper Royal as well. The all white collar, when it comes to the ankle support, you see that insole, it is in that beautiful Hyper Royal, but you do have that nice, crisp, pure white Jumpman going on. So what do you think about this shoe? Do you remember this shoe coming out? I mean, just a gorgeous shoe. I really do like this shoe. That's why it's in the FC Sneaker Factory. Definitely need to put this on. Honestly, I totally forgot about this shoe until I was ready to do these profiles. I was like, you know what? I was like, I know the three that I have. What's the fourth one? And then I was like, oh shoot, it's the Hyper Royal. I totally forgot about this one. But this was actually the newest 14 that, I mean, I shouldn't say the newest 14, but the most current 14 that I picked up since, you know, all the other ones, prior to all the other ones, when it comes to my FC Sneaker Factory. So this is the most recent 14 I picked up. Honestly, I really have all the 14s that I want in my collection as far as those colorways go, and you'll be seeing those, but that one is just a beautiful shoe. Definitely, to me, it screams those Duke Blue Devil vibes all the way. But I just love how that Hyper Royal pops. What do you think about that one? Was that one worth having in your collection, or was that just an automatic pass for you? Drop a comment down below. I would like to know. That's why I ask these fucking questions. But what do you think about the Air Jordan 14? Is that one of yours, like top 10 when it comes to Air Jordans when they come to your mind? Is that one just off the list where you're just like, yeah, easy pass? Definitely would like to know your input about that. Why do you think the sneaker community doesn't grasp onto the 14 as much as they do some of the other models, right? I mean, I get it. A lot of those other models are very iconic, right? The 3, the 4, the 5, all those ones. But I feel like the 14 is always kind of like forgotten about. It's kind of like the ugly stepsister, right? The one that no one talks about. Well, I feel like a lot of times when it comes to the 14, that's where it ranges when it comes to the scale. But I feel like this is just a great shoe. A lot of great colorways when it comes to them, and you're gonna see those colorways when I start dropping them in the next couple of days. Sneaker profiles, 231 right there is officially in the books. The profile is complete when it comes to that one, and the book is closed. But don't worry. Don't worry, in a couple of days, Mr. Wonderful will be back bringing you another fucking amazing 14 from his FC Sneaker Factory. So just go ahead and sit tight, hold on. But guess what? Tomorrow you'll be seeing this amazing reel with some amazing music. So just go ahead and sit tight and listen and watch that. I really appreciate that from the bottom of this cold fucking heart. I appreciate each and every one of you for coming on in. And just like how I always hear throughout all my days, as I wake up in the morning and I go to sleep at night, I always hear those beautiful words from the beautiful ladies. Mr. Wonderful Floyd, you are too damn